It is Tuesday, April 21st in the United States and Canada, and this is a show called What Chaos, presented by Sports Interaction. My name is David Bean. I sit beside Pete Blackburn in the Dishin Studios, and holding it down, hosting us in the City of Champions, is the birthday boy, Sean DePaz. Hi, Pete.
Fuck your birthday, Sean.
Fuck your birthday.
Fuck your birthday, too.
Someone came up to Sean the other night after the Sabres game, got in Sean's face, pointed, said, fuck your birthday.
Sabres fan. I don't know.
Sean said, yep. And Sean said, what? And they said, fuck your birthday. And as Pete and I were trying to figure out,
what nut?
What is that,
I
like
assumed.
a birthday thing? That's what I thought. This person then turned to me and said, and fuck your birthday. Then she walked away. And she was with someone, and the person that she was with seemed to think that was a totally fine interaction. There was no laugh or like, oh, that was kind of strange. So if you're out there, I mean, if they are a whatnut, they would be hearing this.
I mean, yeah, but they probably don't remember that they were that whatnut who did that, because I think that person was out on their feet.
That they were overserved.
Yeah, perhaps, yeah. Maybe
Okay.
one too many beer sabers.
I mean, people were
proper drunk.
There's a good chance they weren't served at all, and they did that to themselves. Because as I noted, as we were walking to party on the plaza on Sunday, just saw somebody with like a 18 pack of blue lights just carrying it around on the street.
You said we should have done that, and I agreed.
Could be the move.
Oh, God bless. We are Buffalo House was hopping last night. We watched a lot of hockey. Had 3 TVs going, 2 of which did we? We had,
We had 2 TVs. We had 3 TVs were on, 2 were going.
2 were going.
So here's a little.
Why is that top one always on?
because
Because it's controlled by the same
Roku
clicker.
remote?
Yeah. Yes. So we have we brought a TV and a projector to the Buffalo House. Good thing we did, because the the TV in the Buffalo House is basically mounted to the ceiling. It is so high up. And I posted a picture on Twitter over the weekend, and the Grok aggregator thing made it into a trending topic, which is
It went
so
viral.
fucking funny. It did go viral, yes.
everything we touch
We're into
goes
calling
viral.
things viral now. I don't know why, but we're into calling things viral.
I would say that the 2 camps that I'm strongly placed in terms of keeping a house, no overhead lighting. We've been over this many a times. And mount your TV at eye level. Do not mount your TV so that you have to look up to watch TV, because that's so uncomfortable. It's so annoying, and it's not good for you. Maybe it's the way that people try to counteract their phone behavior, but the proper TV viewing experience is at eye level.
It doesn't even have to be eye level, because like the couch is pretty low, but it definitely needs to be lower than it is. Like I think that TV is mounted in the perfect place if you have a mount that you can pull out and lower.
You shouldn't have to put in work to watch TV.
Like aesthetically, it looks like it's in the right spot, like where how that apartment's set up, but it's definitely too high to actually use.
It's crazy, man.
The projector was a great move.
Yeah, so we brought a projector. We set it up yesterday. We had to order a clicker off Amazon because I forgot mine.
A little bit of an adventure, because we also, for about 30 seconds, thought we didn't have the outlets.
Yeah.
Which was entirely my fault. But
So we have the projector, we have the TV that we brought, and then sitting above both those things is the TV mounted to the ceiling, and that's
the only
always
one that came
on.
with it.
That's always on, but we're not using it.
The thing is just completely vestigial. It's there, but it is an eyesore. It is an eyesore above eye level.
somebody suggested you just raise the couch instead.
Oh, that's
Why
good.
is it all on the TV?
That I think could potentially increase the value of the home.
A
If
big-ass
you
couch.
put in little stairs to the
You do like a reverse pit? Like the
yes,
reverse-
exactly,
yeah.
like a conversation pit.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
yeah. We do a reverse
conversation.
conversation.
it's a
platform.
couch loft.
Yeah.
Yes.
Do kind of the opposite of like SoFi Stadium. You know how like SoFi, if you're at street level, when you walk in, you're at like the top level of the
Oh, yeah,
stadium,
yeah.
and
Like
then you
dug
got to
in.
go down.
Yeah.
It's like a bunker.
We're building up. And those steps, I think Kramer did this. He put steps in his apartment, even though it was 1 floor, to try to make it a little more, I don't know, 3-dimensional. But yeah, the TV that's above, I feel like this is a take everyone's had or discussed or whatever, but like, don't let your fireplace dictate where your TV is going. And also, like, maybe don't have a fireplace if you don't have to. Like, I like a fireplace, but if you're going to have a fireplace being in your living room dictate how you do everything else, like,
it's not even the fireplace's fault. It's like the shelf that they have above the fireplace. Because if they didn't have that there'd be plenty of room for the.
Shout out to the Whatnuts who are listening to this and going back onto my Twitter and responding and saying, yikes, yeah, that's bad TV placement because it's happening right now. I just sent the picture. But yeah, it's luckily we came prepared.
Yes.
And last night was a very good night to have 2 screens going. If that TV was better mounted and more functional,
yep.
I think we would have had 3 going because last night was a tough night thanks to the overtime game that kind of forced us into a corner.
It's not like the TV will kill us if it's on. We could have and should have used that as a third screen.
I have a
here's
question.
The problem, though.
I have an idea.
Because of the remote.
Ah, you're right.
I just came up with an insane idea. We unplug the top TV.
Using it would make more sense. But yes, I did think about that when we're having trouble with the controllers. It would make sense if we're not going to use it.
Unplug the TV.
Yeah, I mean, we can definitely turn it off, but it wasn't really a problem yesterday.
The fewer the fewer things that's fucking flashing at us. It's entirely too much movement. It's a distraction, as our friend Reynolds Woodcock would say. But yeah, if you want the visual, we just got games going, 2 people on the couch and 1 person lying on the floor,
which is totally not necessary.
We have a big couch. You laid on the floor I'm making a sacrifice when you didn't have to. There was room on the couch.
That's because that's what you did the night before.
But then also,
I didn't lay on the couch. I had a chair.
He had a chair.
And you brought over a chair.
We also didn't have the projector there.
I didn't say that I was making a sacrifice.
No,
that's where I went.
I know, but you didn't have to do that.
Yeah, you could have joined us on the couch, but
I'll consider that tomorrow. Tonight we got a hockey game to go
sure
to.
do.
We do. Yeah, we do.
We'll come back though, and we'll watch. We probably have.
We got 2 games.
Knights and
9:30
Kings
10:30.
afterwards.
Yeah, there's 2 late games, so we'll probably have the end of Knights Mammoth or Kings Mammoth. Jesus, Knights Mammoth, and then Kings Avs after that at 10.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's right. I'm sorry. Knights Mammoth. What's on the show today, Pete?
Today on the show, TV chat. No, we're going to earning our business. Yeah. The Ottawa Senators earned our business last night, talking about the 3 games that were ongoing, and one of them kind of overstayed its welcome a little bit, but also earned our business. We're going to talk playoff P. Porter Martone has a lot of nickname discourse going on right now. I think that we are all firmly in the camp of playoff P, but there are other names being thrown out there, and we'll discuss those. Dick Jesus.
Perfect.
Not
Exactly. Good job, Pete. I was worried.
Yeah.
I was worried you were going to say
Dick's like Jesus.
Yeah. Yes. Exactly. P.S. I thought
Damn,
you were
we've
going.
had a lot of Mickey Avalon references over the past 3 weeks,
and it is always
just
that song.
Well, there's not a lot of Mickey Avalon source material in terms of widespread knowledge.
Yes. I was worried that you were going to say Dick Jesus. Why are we talking about that? Yeah, Dick Jesus. Because people call Connor McDavid McJesus, or they did. We don't call him that anymore. We call him McOverrated because he didn't have a point last night. That's right. Jason Dickinson showed why I reacted so strongly. Some might argue more strongly than I did to Leon Draisaitl being back.
Yeah, I mean, you said Leon's back, Jason Dickinson's back. Yes! And honestly, you knew.
I had a feeling, kind of. Well, Leon was coming back. And then lastly,
Sabres Live controversy. There is a controversy surrounding the Sabres Live and our appearance on it yesterday, and I'm very excited to get into why that's maybe a little overblown.
You are going to want to stick around for that because that might be my favorite part of the show today. But I thought that you were doing Sean Cam there. Oh. Let's begin with, of course, the insane Senators Hurricanes game, which it would have been crazy enough for me just that the Senators scored 2 goals and forced overtime. I didn't know that was even going to be happening. And what happens in overtime is
that's a little disrespectful to the Senators.
Yeah, I think that I'm excited to. I think that I didn't think there was a good showing from the Senators in game 1. And game 2, I was starting to get a little Yeah, see, I knew the Senators
Thanks for
weren't going to
coming.
do any sort of damage. I wasn't kicking them out, but I was like, yeah, like everyone's higher on the Senators than me. I don't dislike the Senators. I hope that I've said on the show, I hope they figure things out in the offseason and move on from, like, if the Brady Tkachuk thing doesn't go well, whatever. But I don't think they were going to do any damage this year. And a lot of people do, and maybe they might, but so far, not so good. Anyway,
I'm not counting them out.
fine. I kind of am.
Linus Ullmark was really like we said
yeah.
all year long,
But
like that team just needs goaltending.
Yes.
They've got good goaltending.
But they're playing, like, the Hurricanes are really good.
yeah, oh yeah, I think
So-
the Hurricanes are a better team, but like the Senators are a tough team too.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, like I said, I like the Senators, but I don't think that they're going to do damage because they're playing the best team in the conference
Well, relax, but yeah,
Yep.
best team in the division, but sure.
and conference by, if you want to go by points and
Statistically
point,
speaking,
yeah.
maybe, but whatever.
If you're a points
you're a points
podcast, then, or a points percentage guy, sure.
I'm more of a "what have you done for me lately" guy, but that's fine.
1-2 games.
But who's won 2 games?
The
I guess
Hurricanes.
they have, technically. Technically speaking, I meant lately, but not that lately.
Yeah.
The last like 3 months.
Anyway, we'll talk about what happened. We were kind of rooting for the Senators to win that game
Definitely.
in overtime, though, after all the mess. But the game goes to overtime, tied 2-2. Hurricanes appear to get the overtime winner on a delayed penalty. It gets reviewed, and they say, oh, it gets overturned for the entry being offsides. And we were watching this game on mute, so we were kind of confused when
Extraordinarily
we see
confusing
this,
sequence.
when we thought it was onside, and we were like, damn, no goal. That is absolutely crazy. And then we see Jordan Martinook getting ready to take a penalty shot. We're like, what the Christ happened? So the play was ruled offside, so the goal is nullified, but the delayed penalty was was going to be called a penalty shot. So they enter offsides, draw a penalty, score a goal, and it all gets nullified for the offsides.
Well,
But
it doesn't all
I
get
was gonna
nullified.
say,
yeah. So, but they honor the penalty shot, which confused a lot of us.
all
I
of
think
us.
like literally
all
everybody.
3,
Yeah.
at least the 3 people in that room at the time.
Yeah,
I had no idea
I
what's going
mean, logically speaking, if the goal doesn't count because you entered into the zone offside, anything that happens around that should not count.
But what did I say after when we were figuring out why the Christ does that make sense?
I mean, in theory, you could fucking as we established yesterday, it would be a penalty if you killed somebody.
yeah.
Like,
Right.
you could kill somebody after that offsides and be like, it doesn't count.
Nick
yeah, you
Dowd's
can't
dream.
just can't have the
purge.
purge.
Yeah.
The scenario if you enter in offsides. Although I do like the possibility of it just being the purge and everybody getting to do whatever the fuck they want, and then you go to replay and be like,
Oh, that
oh
was
no, that was onside.
That
And
was
all of
good.
the- like,
Oh, yeah.
we're
Misconducts left and
retroactively
right.
counting 18 penties.
Oh,
Yeah, I
how
kinda need
pissed
that.
would you be if after the purge they said I'm joking?
Nah, I'm joking.
Yeah, right.
If the
That
new
would be-
founding fathers of America said I'm joking,
That would be the best.
man.
But actually, we were watching all the shit that you were doing, and get ready to lawyer up, pal.
But you killed your lawyer because they
it was the purge.
because they were charging too much for your bill for the last time they said I'm joking on the purge.
Yes, yeah.
Damn.
That'd be such an awesome move. Be like, you can do whatever you want next 24 hours. Actually, you're all going to jail.
What do you think happens if there is a purge? If that scenario exists and the players clock it, like if there's like if Petey, for example, is in the video room and he sees you, he's like, oh, they're offsides. Nothing that is going to happen until they blow the whistle is going to be held up. What do you think the coach is telling players to do, or what do you think players are doing? Do they just like make a beeline for the other goalie
Yeah, just run.
and just like Terry Tate tackle him?
If it's just like all on the table.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think running the goalie is probably the number one.
No, I mean, I think you like depends on the game, but if it's like you might need to go on the bench, like hop on the opposing bench and just start swinging. Yeah, because I mean, the goal is valuable, but if you could take out a few of their like top liners,
Torts season. He's like slip slides on the ice to go to the other bench, slaps the other coach in the face.
Torts isn't going on the ice to go to the other bench. He's climbing over.
Yeah,
the
Yeah,
glass
famously,
for sure.
he likes the direct route, even if there's glass. But good purge talk. That
Somebody asked if we could explain how they award penalty shots. Yeah, it's usually on a clear scoring chance, whether it's a breakaway or you've just got like a clear path to the net and your shot attempt is impeded to a degree where they say that there are times where you are on a breakaway and a penalty is committed, but you still have an opportunity to get the shot off and they won't call the penalty shot. So basically, if your shot attempt is like spiritually taken away by a penalty, they'll award you a penalty shot.
How do you feel? I saw someone bring this up in the chat. How do you feel about like them awarding a penalty shot as opposed, like in this very specific instance where like they're kind of retroactively giving a penalty shot for something that shouldn't have happened? Like, do you think it should always default to just like being a penalty as opposed to being a penalty shot? Because that's like a very specific, like you're giving someone like a very specific goal scoring opportunity as opposed to just rewarding them for something that happened. I don't know if that's making sense what I'm trying to explain.
Derek asked the question. Derek from Dishin said, do you think they reviewed that and were like, oh boy, we were going to call a penalty, but like we're taking a goal away from them now? We got to give them something. Okay, we looked and that's a penalty shot. I don't hate that theory.
I would hope not.
Yeah, I know.
I really don't want them making judgment call. Like, obviously the penalty's a judgment call, but like I don't want them flying by the seat of their pants based on the context.
I think that everybody, actually, I don't know. I think that fans would rather have the penalty shot. Or, I'm sorry, the power play.
I mean, I
yeah.
guess, and it depends on who's taking the penalty shot, but in that situation, certainly.
Yeah, I think if Jordan Martinook is taking the penalty shot,
you want
I'm
the few
probably
minutes,
going to take the power play. But Jordan Martinook ended up getting the game winner, so
respect game.
yeah.
Yeah,
right.
so Jordan Martinook gets a penalty shot, is stopped by Linus Ullmark. The teams play on, and eventually Martinook scores the game winner, which all's well that ends well. I think that most would agree the offsides call was surprising,
Bullshit.
especially given that the call on the ice was a goal.
It was bullshit.
I don't think so. Like,
It was bullshit.
I think, well, because originally I thought it was bullshit because I thought they were judging, it was Stahl that went offsides, right?
Yeah.
And I thought they were judging it against the other teammate that was crossing the blue line. They were really judging it on
Yeah,
Stahl.
on mute, we were very clear.
I was-
Like
yeah,
that's onside.
But Stahl did enter the zone before the puck did.
Yeah, but he had like possession of the puck. They ruled that he had possession, but he didn't have control, which
I don't know what that means.
Well, we were listening to Colby Cohen yell at Johnny Laz on Morning Cup of Hockey today.
By the way, Johnny Laz brought up the possibility brought forth by Greg Ballack, which was that if the Hurricanes had accidentally scored on themselves with the empty net because of the delayed penalty, it could have been an incredible opportunity for an overtime goal that doesn't immediately end the game because they'd still have to honor the penalty shot. God. So they would score on themselves, then get a chance to score
to get one back, own back.
to get it back. And if both of those things happened, you'd have a situation in a playoff hockey game where an overtime had 3 overtime goals. Which would be fucking crazy.
That would be so sick. Like, imagine Butchergross on that call where Martinook's getting ready to take the penalty shot, and instead of like to send these fans home happy, it's like, all right, and Jordan Martinook can keep his team alive after, and we'll say that Martinook was the one that scored on his own goal. Like, that would make it a lot cooler, too.
Yeah.
Like, he just scored on himself. Can he score on Linus Ullmark? Let's find out. He scores, and we'll play on. And
that would rock.
That would be incredible.
Fucking sick. But
Colby Cohen had no time for this discussion because he's like, that's all hypothetical. Fuck you, Johnny. Let's get to do this show.
Spent 3 minutes yelling about how he didn't like that Johnny brought that up instead of spending 15 seconds letting Johnny finish his
Have his
sentence.
fun, yeah.
Anyway, I say this to say, like, bad job, Colby, on all that, but good job, Colby, on he brought up that sometimes when you catch a pass, I mean, I do this all the time because I suck at hockey, which is you like one hand let the puck hit your stick to just kind of like deaden the puck a little bit, and then once the spin has stopped, then you have control of it. Colby brought up the point that like when you're deadening the puck to kind of slow it, just let it hit your blade. Isn't that like, haven't you fucking caught the pass?
You're making an intentional move. Like that is for me, like that's possession, that's control.
I don't know. The only my rebuttal to that would be that like that's not how they treat delayed penalties. Like they have to possess the puck. Not like if you deflect deflect the pass or something, they don't call the delayed penalty because you have possession.
But if you deflect it to yourself, like if you knock it down to yourself, that is
but it's
essentially possession.
They won't dead the play until they put they won't do it the moment he touches the puck. They'll do it once he possesses it after, even if he's playing it to himself. Like it won't happen until he actually controls the
point, Sean. Sorry, Colby. I agreed with you. I was like, gonna shout to the mountains. Like Colby nailed this point really good. I mean, I still think it's a really interesting thing to bring up, but you are right that if it's touching up a delayed penalty, it's not once it hits your stick. It's once you've got it.
Yeah. Can we show? We have the replay? I kind of want to take another look at it just to see. Let's see where the control kind of happens.
Comes back to the Hurricanes line. Here's Stahl in front to Martone. He's hooked, penalty coming up.
Is there a slow-mo at all?
Chatfield to Martone circles Anderson on the bench. Chatfield to Martone. He'll hand it off. Sebastian Aho waiting with
Man, I mean,
it's electric atmosphere. Lenovo Center does go crazy when they don't leave. We'll get to that later. It's a very good call.
Yeah.
Shout out Sportsnet. And you can hear the crowd. Point Sportsnet. So I mean, I don't know. I have a problem against the I feel like for offsides, I just want to honor the spirit
of the
rule.
rule.
I was just gonna say
Jack Edwards, spirit of the rule.
This is like the soccer to me. Like the point of it is to prevent guys from getting an advantage, especially in this situation where he's basically coming to a full stop because he's trying to avoid offsides. Like there is no. It's like VAR in soccer. Like if you have to dissect it to where it's like a half an inch, it's not what the rule's about.
Jack Edwards said that when video replay was really starting to get its hooks into hockey. And Jack's a big soccer guy, and he's also just a brilliant human being, and was like, this is what soccer does.
Yeah.
It's the spirit of the rule. And my thought has always been, if you try to stay on sides, then you're on sides.
I mean, I wouldn't go that far.
If you fuck up, no, but like in a play like that where he's not trying to get any sort of advantage there,
and it doesn't have a real material impact on the goal.
He enters the zone.
Yeah, and it doesn't have a material impact. on the goal.
The goal that happens. The overtime, or I'm sorry, the offsides being called when a goal is scored 3.5 hours later. I don't think anybody agrees with that.
I mean, I agree with it in the sense that like I'm a big ABS guy. Like if you have the technology to get it right and it's black and white, get it right every single time. But in a situation like this, it's not black and white. Like it is a judgment call on when he gets possession. And like you said, it's call the goal on the ice. Kind of mind-boggling that, like, I get the argument, like I said. Like I understand you do have to make a decision on what possession is. But in a situation like that, I think you just gotta let it ride.
All of this is to say that we were rooting for the Senators because it would have been very funny had they won after all this happened. It would be so much bigger of a story, so much bigger of a controversy, and everybody would be losing their minds today.
Catherine Dupuis says, just factor in intent and impact. And obviously you can't know
That's
intent.
tough to measure.
Yeah, I just, like, again.
But impact, you can say, like, no impact.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, you could.
But again, that's a tough thing to
there is
measure.
impact in the sense that if they're considering it offsides, then that shouldn't have happened. Like
impact then becomes like a gray area, which is tough to rule on.
I don't want there to be any gray area when there can't be. But like I said, this was ultimately a judgment call, and I just I don't
had the Senators won that game, the ice would have been a absolute train wreck because after they reversed the initial goal, somebody threw a beer on the ice, and it was. Canes fans were crazy. But I can say that endearing and derogatory. Like, they are insane people.
Don't get mad at me. Good guy Brady Tkachuk. He was the one that went out to the ref being like, get this shit scraped up before Martinook took his penalty shot. Didn't need to do that. Could have let it there and let Martinook slip. Banana peel style.
Brady Tkachuk wants people to do his work for him.
He's a
Are
law.
you suggesting that Brady was the one that should have got out there with the shovel?
Yes.
Fair
Brady
enough.
Tkachuk is a law and order guy, famously.
Yeah,
right,
good
yeah.
point. Good point.
So he wanted both law
He wanted justice.
and order. Interesting wrinkle to all this. And this was more the talk around the Buffalo house. I hope I'm not telling tales out of school. As play resumed after the disallowed goal or after the overtime goal, I believe it was you, Peter, who mentioned
I don't
that
like that
lower
hard R.
bowl. What's that?
I don't like that hard R.
For once, Pete's out on the hard R. I think it was me that said that. I don't really.
Oh, it was
remember.
Sean. Okay, I'm sorry.
Maybe I don't know.
Okay.
Definitely me that said the hard R.
Sean
Thank you, Sean.
called Pete. No, Sean. Famously, Sean observed that lower bowl looking kind of light. Sean, do you have the first or the one? Yeah. Here's a still from the broadcast of the lower bowl. This is after. This is probably a minute or 2, 3, whatever after the what? What is chat doing?
Ambassador to Greece with an absolute banger.
What?
Brady Tkachuk protecting ice.
Famously.
Hey.
Famously.
I mean, he's nothing if not consistent. Okay. Look at that lower bowl. Yeah, that is light. Good observation, Sean or Pete, who probably agreed on that. And then, so I think it was you, Pete, that said, I hope I don't fuck this up. You think people left? You think that people saw the goal, got up, and left? And this will be a longer conversation than we should probably have, but does that make sense to you? Like, if you're there, the goal is scored, because it is plausible, I think. Goal is scored, and I don't think people had to be like, okay, get me the fuck out of here right away. I think it takes a second before anyone knows, oh shit, are they reviewing it? So,
Well, and people are saying in the chat that there was no announcement that they were reviewing it. So everybody's there celebrating. And they also mentioned on the broadcast that some of the Senators players left the they went down
Senators
the
players
tunnel.
left the ice.
yeah, so I'm going to defend.
Absolutely.
If people left, I think that it is plausible to have left without being
It's
a
not a Miami Heat.
100% puck knower.
Yeah, it's not like the Miami Heat situation where they thought that game was over and they
Yeah.
gave up on their team and left and then were trying to get back to the arena. Like, if you thought the game was over, personally, in a situation like this, I'm probably staying for the Stars. Like,
No. Not even the Stars. The issue that I have with it is because
It's
the
the Canes?
Canes
Yeah, the
have
clap.
like the most
Yeah, that's a
famous
great
post-game crowd interaction
That's a great
thing with
point.
the storm surge. So, like, you're not going to stick around an extra 30 seconds to be a part of that in a playoff game? Kind of bad behavior.
I am not and have never been. We discussed this last night. None of us are beat the traffic people.
No.
If you are, I will just say, look, live and let live, but I will recommend to you, you try not beating the traffic. And
Well, 'cause you're
take
not going
out
to, also.
beating the traffic from your brain. If you are at an event, you are at the event. It is what you are doing. If you are at a concert, you are there to see this musical act that you like and hear their songs. Don't miss their songs because you think maybe your ride home can be shorter. Who the fuck? It's the end of the night. What do you have to, like, if you're on call for work or something, I suppose, but no, don't beat you're at the thing. Go to the thing. Be at the thing. And if you are at a playoff game,
shit. They don't do the storm surge in the playoffs?
I think that's
Since when?
That's kind of good behavior, honestly. I think doing the storm surge, like, it'd be kind
I don't
of
like that. That's saying,
I mean,
like, now where it's business mode. No. Keep shit
well,
the same.
it's just I don't want to be in a situation where I'm down 3-0 in a series and I get one, and then it's like I guess I got to do this fucking clap.
I guess, but if you win at home, you're like,
Yeah.
that's for the fans. That's weird. I didn't know that they don't do the storm surge in the playoffs.
To finish my point,
Sorry.
just no. It's interesting that you brought it up. Be at the event that you've bought tickets for, that you've looked forward to. I saw some people at when the clock hit 0 at the Sabres game bounced out of there, and I was like, okay, good for you, but I know that Sean is staying here another 25 minutes if he's allowed to.
Yeah, I mean, like, I don't necessarily have a problem with like, if you think the game's over, you don't necessarily need to stay for the Stars. Like, I don't have a problem with anybody who, like, if you genuinely thought the game was over, get out of there. Whatever. There's more games to be played. It's not like you won the series or whatever. I don't have a problem with that. But yeah, I mean, me personally, especially when like something crazy happened, like I want to see the pop of that first star getting announced. Like that's part of the experience for me. So I get it to each their own. I'm definitely out on leaving. I've left one Sabres game early this year, and it was only because my mom is in the Air Force and she had to go. She like was on base that day and had to go leave. The game was over. Whatever.
Sean only leaves to support the troops.
Support the
Yes.
troops.
That's
I
right.
support the troops.
I just have like my dad was a big like let's get out of here in the 7th inning
Yeah,
kind of
that's
guy. It is just like
brutal.
childhood scars of being so fucking disappointed.
Especially in baseball, because it's like
yeah.
game's not over till it's over.
No, like we would leave tie games.
Oh, that hurts me. That hurts
like,
my heart.
As a kid, like
Worst
being
case
at
scenario.
Fenway and being at a sporting event, it is like the most exciting thing in the world. And to leave in like the 7th inning to beat traffic, I just wanted to die.
Don't blame
So
me.
we'll never leave a game early.
My dad was either a beat traffic or I would love this. Just
Wait
stay,
out traffic?
Stay in the arena as it empties out, and almost to the point where they were like,
Get out of here.
"Get out of here."
Yeah.
That's cool. Or go somewhere to debrief after. But whatever. We're not telling you how to live your life. So I want.
Chat says some people have real jobs. Well, then don't get the tickets.
And then
Apologies.
grow up and go to work tired.
Yeah, right.
Yeah,
or,
we could-
or I mean, I got yelled at for taking tickets away from a Sabres fan for going to game 1.
Yeah, give them up to somebody who's
don't
gonna-
take
yeah.
away the tickets from somebody who wants to stay for the whole game.
Don't take tickets from real fans.
Fuck your real job. Eat
Yes.
shit.
Yes, that will be very well received, and it's I think a fair and astute point. I went to get video for this discussion of the before and the after the goal, just to illustrate how empty it was and how many people left. And you've seen the after. Sean, hit me with the before and after. Apologies, same amount of people. It turns out people just left at intermission or something.
I mean, I think it's a little emptier, but yeah, it is definitely more empty seats than I would expect to see. Oh man, it's like I don't know, because now I'm starting to be like a real human being and not a dick sports fan, and it's like this is the second overtime. You
Yeah.
don't really sign up for 3 hours of hockey, so like I get that there's probably some people that like have kids to put to bed or something.
Yeah,
like
the
that.
kids thing I get. Like if your kid is just like not making it through the
Yeah.
overtime or whatever, or they got school, or I can kind
And
of.
there are
yeah.
circumstances.
Yeah, fair.
But that is a lot of people to be gone in a playoff game. And like, if you did leave just because it was getting too late and you want to beat traffic, I think that's lame.
Eileen asked, "What time did this game end?" That game ended at around 11:30 p.m. Eastern because I said on the couch, I was like, "Bet you boys didn't think that the Ottawa Senators and Carolina Hurricanes would be earning our business at 11:30 p.m. Eastern when there's the Stars Wild and the Oilers Ducks." But here we are. Yeah, so it is like a late game. I also think it's bad behavior that the arena doesn't let people in. Back in, like there's no re-entry. I understand for safety reasons, but
Yeah. And it's just like you're gonna have to put it just I think it's more trouble than it's worth. You're gonna have to put those people back through security. You're gonna have to like rescan tickets because not famously at all, I was a ticket scanner at one point for the Arizona Diamondbacks, and they do have the technology to unscan tickets and let you back in because there's circumstances where people scan a ticket and then they'll realize they have a bag they can't bring in or whatever. The technology does exist, but I get that it might be a lot.
I'm sympathetic to this. Somebody said, "What if I got to let my dog out?"
oh,
I don't want your dog getting fucked
Yeah,
over.
so that's what I'm saying. There's circumstances where like you
Beat
do
the traffic.
have somebody.
time to phone a friend. Let your dog out.
Yeah, somebody pointed out that they had like a car they had to pick up at a very specific time. I don't really understand why you have to
I'm
pick
sure
a
there's
car up at 1 in
extenuating
the morning.
circumstances.
Yeah.
We just say we just dismiss them.
Folks, call in and give us your best excuse as
Yeah.
to why you left Hurricanes game 2.
888-8888.
Speaking of the Hurricanes, Bugs Bunny interviewed Seth Jarvis. Let's see it, Sean.
What a transition.
Tunes presents Sports Time with me, Bugs Bunny.
With me.
Got a real superstar with us today, an ice hockey pro. What's up, Doc?
What's going on, Bugs?
I got some great questions for you today, boss. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
All right, let's get started. Who is your favorite Looney Tunes character, and why?
I'd say Lola Buddy. I thought she was a great addition to the Looney Tunes crew.
Wonderful answer. Which Looney Tunes character would make the best coach, and why?
Maybe Roadrunner. See how fast he moves. Maybe learn something.
You sure know how to pick 'em. Let's talk about your training regimen. How do you keep your speed up on the rink?
A lot of practice, a lot of training in the gym, and yeah, just a lot of time on the ice.
Spoken like a true professional. How do you keep you cool under pressure? Does the ice help?
Ice definitely helps. Just to have fun.
What's your go-to meal to celebrate a big win?
I love pizza. Any kind of pizza.
Are you sure you're not just hungry? If you could trade places with any athlete for a day, who would it be and why?
I would trade places with Cristiano Ronaldo because I would like to see what it'd be like to be that good at soccer.
Interesting choice. Anyway,
Motherfucker's
now
a
it's
messy
time
guy.
for the
Yeah.
Work out at home or work out at the gym?
Gym workout.
Sneakers or sandals?
Sneakers.
Cats or dogs?
Dogs.
Time travel to the past or future?
Travel the past.
Text or phone call?
Text.
Spicy or mild?
Spicy.
Well, that was great fun. It was nice chatting with you, pal.
Thanks for having me, Bugs.
Make sure you tell everyone that Bugs Bunny is an excellent host.
I will for sure.
I'll be rooting for you, Doc.
Thank you.
Thanks for watching, everyone.
All right, what are we looking at here? What are we looking at here? That was Bugs Bunny doing the most canned, like obviously I don't think Bugs was there with him.
He was real. That's a real bunny.
No, I know that's a real bunny, but I think that they did.
Bunnies aren't real.
That famously, Bugs did his stuff on a soundstage. I think because those questions, if you notice the questions and answers, there's no connective tissue there. Where he'd say like, "Who's your favorite athlete?" Cristiano Ronaldo. Oh,
Interesting
what's your
choice.
favorite dog? There's nothing that says.
There's a conversation being
Yeah, there's
had.
no follow up.
Yeah, but yeah, Bugs isn't a good interviewer, and I think that Jarvis. How do you think Jarvis handled Bugs? The
Pretty
grilling
well.
he took.
I think pretty well. Well, I mean, I don't think that he know that he took that grilling. That he knew that he took that grilling.
yeah. You think
Like,
that
he was also disconnected. Both sides were disconnected there.
as he is a text guy, I think Bugs just texted him the questions.
Speaking of text, that whole thing could have been an email.
Man,
that thing,
we do- I would like a Space Jam hockey starring Seth Jarvis. Seth Jarvis and a bunch of cartoon characters. I think Seth Jarvis might be the best possible hockey player to star in a. Obviously, not in the sense that he is the Jordan of hockey, but I would just like to see him fuck around with cartoons for an hour and a half.
I think it would have to be Celebrini.
I mean, I think entertainment wise, in terms of like performance, Jarvis way better than Celebrini.
Yeah, but Michael Jordan.
Also, Celebrini's still drunk.
But Michael Jordan, not super charismatic.
True.
Is like, I think Seth Jarvis is the Bill Murray or the like Wayne Knight of this Space Jam, where like that's your favorite guy, that's the funniest guy, but in terms of the like once they get on the ice, they do all this dope shit, and obviously Seth Jarvis is an unbelievable player, but the player that I think hangs with the Monstars is Celebrini, and he's younger.
Austin Matthews. I feel like Matthews could really chop it up.
Yeah,
It's me.
it's yeah.
That's right.
He would beat them with his riz. Here, I was trying to A/B like, is Seth Jarvis more comfortable with Bugs Bunny or with us? So, Sean, could you give a clip of Seth Jarvis on our show?
So I have no idea.
You don't drink coffee? Like at all?
No. No.
Is there a fear for like if I drink coffee and I get more caffeinated, I'm going to be unbearable for everybody else around me?
I'm already unbearable, so it can't get much worse. But I hammer Red Bull like it's my day job, so I think that kind of cancels it out. I don't really feel the need to drink coffee. I don't like the taste. I'm kind of a coward, so I can't stand the taste of it.
He's way cooler with us.
Yeah.
Well, he's talking to a real human being.
Yeah, and I will say, visually, he's way better on the Looney Tunes thing, because that was like that set was great. Everything looked great. Animation was awesome, and did that on I think like a T-Mobile Sidekick when he called in for
Might have
us.
been a Lenovo laptop.
Yes. Yeah.
Yes.
What was the chocolate phones?
Chocolate phones?
I know. I think I know what
you
you're
don't
I
talking
know, like the grasshopper?
No, like chocolate. Like there was a cell phone called the Chocolate.
Oh, probably made by LG.
Yeah, I think it was, and you just like slide it up.
Oh, that's the Shine.
about. The LG chocolate.
LG Chocolate. All right.
The Shine.
Yeah. The Shine had the slide up thing.
So did the LD chocolate.
The Shine just looked like a mirror. And
yeah, I see what you're saying.
And I believe LC and Steven did a commercial for it. Sean, can you...
We're losing all of
I
our
don't even know
sub 225 viewers.
Yeah, I don't know those names that you just mentioned.
You don't know who LC is?
Nope.
You don't know who Steve
Lauren
Van
Conrad?
is? You don't know who Lauren Conrad is?
Laguna Beach, the
Okay.
Hills. You got like you don't even know what Laguna Beach or the Hills was?
No.
Damn. Wow.
Okay,
That's crazy.
let me see. Oh, apologies. It was not LC. It was
LG.
it was-
chocolate.
it was Brody. I just sent it to you, Sean.
Brody Jenner.
Yeah.
Brody Jenner got no riz.
Really?
I don't know. I don't remember Brody Jenner at all.
It sounds like you met Brody Jenner and he was trying to charm you and you were like, you think you're getting this? No shot, Brody.
I mean, the fact that Brody Jenner didn't become like a bigger celebrity off of that fame and like his own name suggests that Brody Jenner ain't got no riz.
Okay, Sean, while you effort the LG Shine commercial.
Oh, you want me to get that?
Oh, yeah.
You
I
want
would
to
love
play the LG Shine commercial?
Yeah, so Sean can see what it is and so he can see it. But before
Still not going to know who any of these people are.
as you get that ready, chat, say whether or not you want to see the LG Shine commercial. I think that you'd really get a kick out of it. Oilers win game 1 in kind of funny fashion. I come away from that being like, well, this might be sort of a stupid series. Oilers dominate the first period, come out of it, score too late, and are up 2-0. Are kind of ass for most of the rest of the game, fall behind 3-2.
It's the second period.
In the second period, and then come back with 2 goals in the third. And, you know, you look at the score at the end of the night, 4-3 Oilers. You're like, a kind of high-scoring game, okay, but just your classic Ducks fall behind, and then at some point are winning and almost put this one away. But Jason Dickinson showing why everyone was excited to have him back. He scores twice. Dick Jesus scores twice.
Oh, wait. I didn't even get that part of the today
it's
on the
supposed
show.
to be McDavid?
I didn't understand why the Dick Jesus thing. Like, I knew that it was a play on Mick Jesus, but I didn't understand Dickinson.
Oh.
The fact that that's the part that you didn't get is
Yeah, because you
hilarious.
said it right, and
Yeah.
I was like, "Whoa, you aced this!"
And like Connor McDavid didn't do anything, so it's not like it's about him.
Yeah, I was confused, but I understood that it meant Mick Jesus, but Dick Jesus.
Honestly, impressive.
Yeah,
Okay.
Dick Jesus was amazing. By the way, chat, we hear you. We'll show you the LG
There
Shine
is such a
if we
unanimous yes, and there's a handful of sure why not, but it was a unanimous pro show the commercial.
can. Now, Kasperi Kapanen, playoff cheeks clapping back. Another 2 goals for him.
We got dicks and cheeks clapping.
Yup.
Wow.
Dickonen.
Happy with the
Very-
result of this game. We're not going
Very
to
sex
spend.
forward recap.
We're not going to spend too much time on it. A note I wanted to bring up. I did not get to squeeze in There Will Be Blood before the game last night. And famously, I spend the playoffs just watching There Will Be Blood all the time to keep my oil man spirits high. I did not get to watch it. We were working on a bunch of stuff yesterday. Sean or Pete, one of you raised the point that because the Oilers won,
Why not? You can't watch that shit.
I just have to go abstinent on There Will Be Blood for the
mean,
playoffs.
Who would have thought trouble getting access to oil in today's day and age?
Very good.
I mean, it's not trouble accessing the oil. Like, we have the oil at our disposal.
True.
But he's found success without the
Yeah.
oil. So, do you need the oil? Do you want to pick up the oil and mess things up?
I don't know if I want a Stanley Cup without Daniel Plainview being part of the
I mean,
experience.
it could be celebratory. Imagine
Yeah,
there will
imagine
be
how
blood
hard that would hit.
in the shadow of a Stanley Cup.
One night
Ooh.
only.
If the Oilers
Rent a
win the
theater?
Stanley Cup, I'm going to rent a theater for the 3 of us. You can each have a +1, but they're discouraged. And we will watch There Will Be Blood.
They got to sit in the back. The
All
plus ones, we're front row. +1's gonna get somewhere to the back of the theater.
Love that.
Just from the back, your significant others yelling takes.
Yes. Oh my, the 3 of us sit together in a row, and we are allowed to, this is a rare thing for movies with me,
talk.
We're allowed to talk.
But
You gotta be careful.
We can talk, but it has to be in There Will Be Bloodlines.
Yes.
Yeah,
It has
right.
to. Yeah.
Pete passes the popcorn. Thank you, Eli.
Yes. Or if you want to like hype up, certain parts of the movie, like when Eli is walking over to ask Daniel for the money in the field, when he's walking over, we can do some like, I would turn around if I were you. What are you doing, Eli? Not going to end well for you. You might end up having to splash around. Good Oilers win. Any thoughts on this series after one game?
Yeah, I mean, like, you got to feel good as an Oilers fan that you won the first game and you got 4 goals. You basically like won in would you call it a track meet? It's not enough of a.
We know that both of those two teams
have
can
better track meet material in them.
It was
Yeah,
more
that's
like
fair.
a relay. Like the
Okay.
Oilers started strong. They handed it off to the.
You
opposite
want
It's a
side.
half
a
marathon.
relay with the 2 runners on your team being Kasperi Kapanen and Jason Dickinson. You absolutely take that every time. First win of the season for the Oilers without a McDavid point. Like, that's a good way to start the playoffs.
Yeah, that was a crazy stat. I did not realize, but kind of makes sense. First time they have won this season without McDavid scoring. He'll still
A point.
I'm sorry, without McDavid registering a point. Let's move on to the Philadelphia Flyers because Porter Martone,
Pushing P.
Sean's boy,
My
scores the game-winning goal again. It was the first goal of the game because they won in a 3-0 shutout. Sean's boy, Dan Vladar,
My
dog.
My dog.
And
I'm a Flyers guy.
and
I'm
the-
a Flyers fan.
My hockey texts, man, are lean and heavy. I'm getting a lot of Bruins texts from my mom, and
Fair.
I'm getting some confused texts from people I haven't caught up with in a long time. Being like, I saw you at a Sabres game wearing a bunch of Sabres stuff.
What's happening there?
What team do you root for? Do you hate the Bruins now? Stuff like that. And then the rest of the texts, like I'm getting no Oilers texts. It's all Flyers. Flyers are kind of giving the Sabres like a little run for their America's team money.
I mean, they definitely have some magic to them. They're fun. And this series is fun. I hope the Penguins show up at some point. But this series is fun. Flyers got a lot of magic. They're going back to Philly up 2-0.
Yes.
I kind of don't need the Pens to show up at any point.
No, I just
feel
want a
bad
good
for
series.
Sid, but like,
I want a good series.
I guess. But honestly, like the Flyers just going. I know you liked this the other day. Between the legs, 360 on them.
Yeah.
Kind of rocks to me. Like I like if they just want to dominate, that'd be awesome. I don't think they're really. I don't think they're really encroaching on the Sabres territory. If anything, I think they're making more. I think they're growing the size of people's hearts. I think they're making extra room. I don't think they're taking anything away from the Sabres. But yeah, I don't know. They got a little magic. They got Porter Martone's a fucking rock star.
I will say,
No questions
I think,
asked.
I think the opponent, you mentioned that you're worried about the Senators because the Hurricanes are so good. I'm more worried about the Penguins right now.
Oh yeah,
More worried about the Penguins because they haven't really shown up in the series,
And they're going
they are
on the
getting
road.
choked out by the Flyers' defense and the Porter Martone of it all. Porter Martone showing up and just being a dog from day one. Pretty predictable, but also still very cool to see, especially in the playoffs.
I will note, famously, the series doesn't begin until the home team wins a game. So this series has not started. The Penguins are fine.
Well, I mean, especially in this series, too, because the Penguins will not be wearing their silly-ass, fuck-ass jerseys.
that's
So,
I
I
didn't really
was
put all
going to
that
ask,
together.
is it are the Flyers just better or are the piss jerseys cursed?
I think both
Porque
are,
no los dos.
I don't know
both
if-
are very valid points at this point in the series.
I don't know if either if either team is better in this series, and I think that the better team thing doesn't matter. This series, I think, is so much more based on vibes than anything else.
And to that point, the Flyers have a lot more cool guys than the Penguins do. Sidney Crosby, very cool. Who else we thrown in there? Malkin, very cool. Eric Carlson,
maybe,
so
yeah.
far this year, very cool.
Letang, I know you're a big
No, Sean, no. All due respect to Chris Letang, we got to have a conversation, man. He's big washed, and Ben been washed,
might be.
but getting exposed.
What do you-
for sure?
I've kind of wondered if Letang's been washed for, and I have to look this up. Like 8 years, I feel like now. I feel like he's been washed for such a long time.
But it's sad washed now. And
not charming washed.
It's not charming washed. I don't know if there's a comeback on the table for Chris Letang, but he got worked yesterday by one of the Flyers' coolest players. I mean, talking about Flyers' cool players, Porter Martone, Trevor Zegras, who else we throwing in there?
Owen Tippett.
Owen Tippett is my guy, like one of the coolest guys in the league. Owen Tippett fucking worked and ended Chris Letang's life last night.
Owen Tippett, sneaky awesome contract.
Yeah, oh yeah.
$6.2 million. I think this is the second year of it.
I gotta say, we gotta put some respect on Chris Letang's name. This is the best season he's had in the last 2.
So he was more washed.
Yeah, he had 30 points last year in 74 games. He had 34 this year.
So he dried out a little bit this season, but
He's back. He was bad last year.
Dried,
He's back.
pressed, ready to go.
He just looks lost out there, man.
Yeah. I feel like I've had a lot of moments like that with Chris Letang for a while now. Dan Vladar, though, dog. 9.56 save percentage through 2 games. A shutout last night. And, man, Flyers go back to Philly with a 2-0 series lead.
I had a Flyers fan explain to me like his best interpretation of the Owen Tippett experience last night, and I found it very, very accurate, very cool. He said Owen Tippett is randomly the best player in the league like once every 20 games. And that is when Owen Tippett has an Owen Tippett game, you're like, holy shit, that guy's got to be like an MVP caliber player. And he's not bad like the other times. He's just like a very serviceable player. But once in a while, he shows you something really special. He's super fast, super skilled, super talented. He's huge. Last night he threw that reverse hit. Was that last night or was that game 1 where he threw the reverse hit in open ice and he did not move at all? Just threw a Connor Dewar to like the other side of the ice. That was cool. Like Owen Tippett's just a very cool dude.
Not Sean's favorite reverse hit of last night. Jackson Lacombe. Got to put respect on Jackson Lacombe for just smoking
that rocked
friend of the show, Zach Hyman, because that's what Hyman's going to do in the playoffs. He's going to he was a wrecking ball last year, and he's going to do it again. And Jackson Lacombe is like, I'm bigger than you. Here goes nothing. Fucking smoked him. Also, you liked Trent Frederick's hit on Radko Gudas that like backed up Radko Gudas like 5 years, like
tossed him into the corner.
I'll tell you what, Freddie was noticeable yesterday, and like that's who they want him to be. They want him to be a shit stirrer,
man,
and he was stirring up shit. Also, was it Radko Gudas who ate shit on the second Jason Dickinson goal?
Yeah, brother.
That was tough.
Yeah, Radko Gudas had a very slippery night. Very Bugs Bunny forward, very cartoony forward. A lot of cartoon elements here. Sean, how we doing on that LG Shine commercial?
Do we have the Tippett goal? Because I do want to show the Tippett goal. The Tippett goal is very cool.
Stars talk, and then the LG Shine.
Sounds good.
And he clears. It gets past Novak.
Owen Tippett versus everyone.
Force Skinner to come out and play the puck, but Tippett's going to get to the puck first after Skinner played it. Play it to himself beautifully. Make a move. Tippett still has the
Two
puck.
guys on their knees.
Centers it in front and they score! Got it Hathaway with a short-handed
That was the point
goal
last
of the
night where I was like,
absolutely
Penguins are in trouble.
spectacular
You're giving up
setup
fucking short-handed goals to Garnet Hathaway. This series might be over.
Amazing. Happy for all of our friends in Philadelphia. Dallas Stars have tied their series, and for the second straight night, we saw a team down 1 goal in the last couple of minutes really have a tough time figuring out how to do the whole let's get an extra attacker out there thing. Famously, Karel Vejmelka against the Knights just didn't listen when the team was trying to pull him, and then he was like, I think I'll get off the ice now, as the Knights were getting the puck and they easily shot it into the empty net. Last night, Wild take a, there's 6 guys out there, too many men penalty in the final minutes.
Dude, that was so bad.
We were all befuddled how they took that fucking penalty. It was just Quinn Hughes hanging out in his own zone, waiting for the change and waiting for the play to develop. There was absolutely no pressure at all, and they were just galloping out there and gallivanting with 6 players on the ice. Fucking insane.
I'm seeing
Inexcusable.
Did Quinn Hughes go nuts on the bench?
Quinn Hughes went nuts into the boards.
Yeah, he fired the puck into the boards and then later kissed the boards with his mouth.
Yeah, I mean, I definitely saw that. No kiss chat. Actually, I feel like we talk about kissing on this show
more than hitting
all the time. Is Jake Ottinger back?
Jake Ottinger might be back. He was very good yesterday.
He almost had, I forget what the play was, but he also had an insane oopsie that would have been really funny. I forget what it was.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah. It
was something where he was out of the net.
Gave the puck away, basically.
Yeah, didn't tend the goal, something like that. But we got a series, which I think we all expected. I was on with Tyler and Liam, and we were talking about the Avalanche yesterday, and Liam was like, yeah, I think like the Stars are coming out of the Central. And I really respected that because I feel like people, it's the playoffs. It's so easy to be so reactionary, and the Stars get their doors blown off in game 1. And I like that just shows that Liam's an experienced puck watcher. That he's like, oh yeah, I think that they end up coming out of the Central.
Don't get too high, don't get too low. Like it's a long grind. It's very easy to overreact to every game. But like I said yesterday, that game was so out of character for the Stars that it's very easy to just flush it. It's harder to flush the Bruins game because that fits the mold of what the Bruins are a bit more. They run out of steam at the end of games sometimes, and they got beat by a more talented team that just pushed in the third period. So Stars, I think we're all expecting the series to look a bit more like it did in game 2 and not like it did in game 1.
Yeah, you didn't say they were. Yeah,
nope.
Yeah, you did not.
Always been an hour guy.
At all.
Famously, I am the #1 proponent of Glenn Mania.
That is right.
So I'm in on the Stars. They're the best team in the division.
Okay, there's that. Now we're going to have a run of clips for you. Here's where I think our show is really going to get spicy today. Let's begin with the LG Shine commercial from Sean. Do you know when this commercial was?
I think it might say it at the very beginning of it, but no, I do not know exactly when it was.
Okay, now before we play this, I think I remember what happens in this, but as this was years ago, maybe socially or politically, there's going to be something taboo in here that didn't really hold up. So if there's anything bad, we apologize. 2006. Hey? I can't read.
Oh, from BBDO.
Dramatic as hell for a commercial.
Work's so crazy right now.
That's
Fashion
all.
Week's coming up, and I have to meet with all these LA designers to line up.
Don't turn around.
You were correct.
Dude.
This did not.
Oh, no,
Yeah.
she clocked this shit.
Fuck you.
Reflect your style.
I mean,
get the new
pretty
ultra
good
sleek
commercial.
LG Shine. It's this season's hottest accessory.
All right, LC.
Designed to move you fashion forward.
I don't think
now
that
just
would fly these days,
$49.99.
but that is
$50
from AT&T.
The LG Shine for $49.99.
It didn't have apps.
Didn't have half true.
There were no. I don't think that had weather.
That was post 9/11. Economy was in the toilet.
That was. I mean, it was 08.
That's true.
That was like in the recession time.
So everyone's saying they hate that so much. Good. We're gonna play a clip of Matthew Tkachuk in a few minutes, so you can't be mad at us anymore. That was worse than this. What else do we have to show? Oh, we went on Sabres Live yesterday. Pete and I did with Brian Duff and Marty Buron, and it was awesome. Love those guys. We watched their intermission reports. We watched Sabres Live. They are two of the best in the business. We had an amazing conversation with them. Lovely time. But Pete, you noticed something about our appearance.
Yeah, I mean, I just saw somebody respond in the comments today, and they were, Sean, what did they say? You can throw up the thing. What's it say there? Sorry, the
It
text
says,
is very small.
responding to the Sabres Live tweet that says you're going to be joined by at Pete Blackburn and at DJ Bean of the at What Chaos Show program. Bulletin board material right here. F this loser. And he does say F. He does not say fuck. He says F this loser and his joke of a podcast.
So he could be talking about either me or DJ. I
think those are the only two options.
I presumed that it was about me because I'm the Bruins fan. Don't platform me in this big first round series. And then I clicked, and because he did show his work.
We
He
have
said,
the
"This
clip,
guy's-
the offending clip.
What?
We have the offending clip?
We have the offending clip, and this guy showed his work. I do appreciate that he says, fuck this guy and his joke of a podcast. People who are coming in without context are like, what's this guy and what's his podcast? Why is it a joke? He provided material, and this is the material. It's the Pardon My Take podcast. That is not us.
Do we have the actual video of the clip?
No, it's just our good friend Hank Lockwood saying that Sabres fans basically aren't real. They're bandwagon fans. They just tune in for the playoffs every year, which is, I mean, very funny. And
Yeah, I mean, I have no problem. It is a joke of a podcast. It's just not the right joke. They're wrong podcast.
There are worse podcasts we could be confused with than
certainly.
like
I like Part of My Take. I don't have a problem with minus the Hank's got awful take in this context, but
I mean, I don't think that Hank was being serious.
no, obviously, yeah.
It's laden with sarcasm because he is a Boston Celtics diehard fan. I don't think he watches a ton of the Bruins. And to say that, I mean, we had this conversation a couple days ago, I think, where like anybody accusing the Sabres of being bandwagon fans, Sean, you said like, what are you talking about? People like what is there really?
I mean, yeah, we've sucked for the last 14 seasons.
Yeah.
Like, sure. I mean,
I never see him showing up for playoff games until now.
so yeah, you're damn right about that.
They only tune in for the playoffs. Sure. Once
Similar
every 15 years.
to Hank only tuning in for Sabres playoff games because I'm sure he's watching tons of Sabres regular season hockey. Yeah, I mean, I will say there are tons of bandwagon Sabres fans right now because everybody loves the Sabres. So he's right in that sense. But I don't think the people spending $500 to get into the arena for Game 1 were bandwagoners. And if they were bandwagoners, I think you've paid the fee. Like if you're a bandwagoner, you're going to pay that money to get into the arena. I don't think you're a bandwagoner anymore.
Oh, right.
Like you've paid,
You paid your admission to the wagon.
Yeah.
You're on the train.
Yes, you got your ticket.
I also think that like not going to Sabres games when they were absolute dog shit is an indication of being a bad fan.
As a Boston sports fan, like that's what people need to do to fucking John Henry.
I know.
Stop showing up to Red Sox games.
I know, but I'm not going.
But I'm not going to because that park rocks and it's an awesome
I
experience.
still like baseball. I
Yeah,
still
I
like
know.
Fenway. I still like the Red Sox.
And we talked about this yesterday. Top 5 meal on the planet is at a baseball game, sausage with pepper and onions, and the beverage of your choice.
Sausage with peppers and onions isn't even the best link-based meal you can have at a Fenway Frank or a classic ballpark dog. Clears a Italian sausage in a baseball game. If it's anything else, I love a good Italian sausage, peppers and onions, a little mustard.
I went to a game recently, got that sausage, got a water. Combo was undefeated.
I mean, if you want Italian sausage, famously there is a cart that sits right outside of KeyBank, right on the corner there. We did walk
Street
past
meat?
it. Yeah, they
street
do
meat?
a little Italian sausage on the street. Italian sausage on the street, greater than hot dog on the street.
I don't think that I would get street meat as an opposing fan.
True. They're gonna get you
wearing
the special
the
street
opponent's
meat.
colors in the
Yeah.
playoffs.
You
That
need one
could
of us to
be-
go out to order it for you.
What does Frank give the gang on It's Always Sunny? Is it raccoon meat?
I don't know.
It's lousy with parasites. That's what they're giving Pete. We should go to that street meat cart and recreate the Jesse Pollock picture. Just be like,
We came to Buffalo to try the wings.
yeah, still tag Anchor Bar.
Yes.
Whole thing. It would be great. Speaking of people not knowing podcasts, yesterday, and there's a clip of Pete getting told to F himself, kind of politely, with a few steps in between. I do want to correct the record. Like, that guy wasn't being polite.
I think he was being. He was not. He was standing
There
on
was some
business.
decorum in the way he
Yeah.
approached it. I guess inherently you can't be polite and tell someone "fuck you," but it was not aggressive. It was a very tame and.
Here's the way I'll
self-contained.
describe it. It was not over the line, but it wasn't jokey either.
Yeah,
Like,
there was
he
no
meant
smile
it.
on his face.
Yeah.
Yes, exactly. I blurred the face because I don't want to get that guy fired or whatever. Although
Similar to our next clip.
yes, exactly.
Like you can tell by my reaction, I just like shrug and I don't smile because it like he wasn't smiling. If he was like "fuck you," haha, I'd probably give a laugh back and be like, "I guess."
You also felt like shit in that moment. Your team just died in front of you,
right? But like the joy would be, I guess, like a little bit. There would be some secondhand for whimsy.
What it's worth. If I thought that guy was like actually being a dick, like if he was just like fuck that mother, like if he was being really aggressive about it, I would not have been like. I like the fun talking shit to Pete and the Bruins fans, but like if some guy came up to you and was like trying to push you over or something, like I'm fighting a Sabres fan. Like I'm not gonna be like you deserve that.
On. I'm coming into tonight's game with a little bit more shit on my ass.
Yeah. Understandable. I mean,
and it's not necessarily because of anything that the fans have done. It's more that like my team has put me in this position to be a little bit more on the defensive. That I have to stand up for myself a little bit more today.
I want to see it. Do you have a fit picked out yet?
Yeah, geeky jersey tonight.
Oh, the jersey.
Hopefully he does it. Well, I mean, hopefully he continues missing one open nets.
Do I go Malengoat tonight?
Part of me wants you to wear the same outfit, but also I'm not. We don't have that kind of power. My outfit, your outfit is really not going to affect the outcome of the game. I wouldn't hate if you save the Malengo for Thursday night, but if you want to wear the Malengo tonight, I'm certainly not gonna object.
Okay, I will think about it. Now, Matthew Tkachuk, who is a hockey player and podcaster, saw this clip of Pete getting bullied, and he talked about it on his podcast, which is called Wingmen. He usually hosts it with his brother Brady Tkachuk, who is a Law and Order respecter,
famously,
and a Nepo baby. So they've got this like Nepo Babies hockey podcast that they do, and it makes everybody all sorts of mad. He talked about this clip of Pete. We are going to show it, and I will remind people that we talk about hockey on this show, and we talk about hockey players, and we make fun of hockey players. We make fun of these two brothers in particular quite a bit. We're not. I saw a couple of things of like, don't platform Matthew Tkachuk, and you know I hate the fucking term platform. Like, if you think us showing a clip of a hockey player who we make fun of talking about our show is like endorsing any sort of cause or anything that we don't endorse, that's not what's happening. Okay. That said, I'm a good guy. I acquiesce and cater to our audience. I saw some people saying like, do not show the Matthew Tkachuk clip. We are going to, because you don't want to see Matthew Tkachuk's face. I got in Premiere, doctored a little bit, so you don't see his face or whatever, so you're not going to get jump scares, and I think we'll all be able to make it through this. Okay, Sean, here is the clip from this podcast.
I'm not a proponent of I'm not saying go to the games and fight as fans and keep that shit on the ice and I don't mind a respectful. I saw a video on Twitter of Buffalo fans with one of them was their Bruins fan, and some guy tapped the Buffalo fan after they scored or they won and goes like, "Hey, tell your buddy, fuck you." and the Buffalo guy like laughed and tapped his Bruins buddy. And the guy in the row behind him goes, "Hey, fuck you," and flips him off. And the Bruins fans just like put up a shrug, like whatever. But
that's the most respectable "fuck you" I've probably seen or heard.
Man, you gotta watch this shit on YouTube.
Fair game for that. If you go to a game as a road fan and you're wearing the gear and you're being obnoxious and cheering, even if you're not like in a bad way, like you gotta expect a couple rim shot, not physical rim shots, but some chirps and some if
Okay, is everyone okay?
I'm okay. I've been okay.
I've been okay.
I hope everybody's okay.
I'm better now. That's for sure.
Okay.
Good work.
Good. I'm a man of the people. I want everyone to be okay.
I think that it was a little dramatic in setup, but we landed the plane very, very strongly. No. Turbulent free landing.
Yes. Okay. So I think it is good that Matthew Tkachuk does not know about our podcast.
I'm not going to say it's good.
Yeah. I guess I would rather him know. I guess I don't care, to be quite honest.
Also, he may know about our podcast, but may not know what we look like outside of it. It's like seeing a teacher outside of school.
Yeah,
maybe he just doesn't. He's not gonna. Oh, my mustache is so good he didn't even recognize me.
Oh, that's what it was. It was that you have the mustache.
True.
So good that he didn't even recognize me. I look like a whole new man.
Yep.
Is there anything else?
That's it.
Is there anything else that we want to have go viral so Matthew Tkachuk can bring it into his world and discuss? Should we try to like slowly make him a lib?
Yes.
We need to have like a viral moment where Sean, shit. What can we slip in there?
I don't know. I feel like I don't know that a single viral moment's going to be able to accomplish that mission.
Well, he saw one clip of us and was like, "Yeah, that's cool. What happened in that clip? I support that." So let's like.
It's a great point here.
What?
He was famously one of the focal points of a series in which Pete was a part of.
Again, I didn't have the mustache.
True.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was wearing different clothes and had a different face.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
Not guilty, Your Honor. Matthew Tkachuk is off trial.
So someone said that we need to do something that goes viral, and one of us, Sean, you just slip in like a trans rights there.
It's got to be more subtle than that, though.
Okay.
He knows who y'all are. He just didn't want to platform y'all.
Oh,
there you go.
Yeah, that's it. And he didn't have the editing chops that we do.
That's
so
right.
he couldn't show it by censoring everybody.
I have a hard time believing Matthew Tkachuk edits his own podcast.
Oh, I mean, he doesn't play hockey.
That's true. He's got a lot of time on his hands.
What did we see, Sean? You saw something where someone was like,
just somebody about how he said he wished he was in the playoffs right now, and somebody was like, well, maybe they would be if you didn't suck all year.
That's definitely why that's definitely why the Panthers didn't make the playoffs.
Didn't play for most of the year. Similar to the best player on the team who didn't play any of the year. I think it's a little more than Matthew Tkachuk, just like quitting on his team or whatever the person was trying to claim. But yeah.
Let us know how we can, what we can do to go viral again, something that would come across Matthew Tkachuk's desk, and how we can sneak in some, what's it called? A subliminal message. A little subliminal messaging. Matthew Tkachuk, make him a real big-time lib. Game 2 of Sabres Bruins tonight. Cannot wait. How you feel, Sean?
I don't know. I've been thinking about it a lot. I feel good. I'm excited. I feel like it should go well considering how game 1 went. But also, Magic's got to run out sometime. I don't know. The Sabres just can't try to do that shit again. I would like to see them start strong.
I don't know.
60-minute effort.
I heard a Boston radio host saying that number 88 on the Bruins shouldn't cherry pick all the time because he sucks on breakaways because he didn't score on either of the two. So
I mean, he was 0 for 2 in game 1.
I think you just let him. I think. Well, he's also bad in shootouts.
True.
So is David Pastrnak not good at scoring goals when it's just him and the goalie? Many are asking the question.
I wasn't very nervous heading into game 1 because I didn't have super strong expectations. I'm nervous going into tonight because
you can't go down 2-0.
Don't want to go down 2-0 against this team. Don't want to head back to Boston with 0 wins in the belt. And just the way that they lost game 1 made me feel like they need game 2.
Series doesn't start until the home team loses a game, though. So if the Bruins lose tonight, series still hasn't even started.
It's a good way to put it.
They'll be down 0-2 in a series.
I need.
They'll be down 0-2 in a series that has not started.
Every single Sabres game is the same for me, which is like, fuck if I know how this shit's gonna go. It's different every time. They play a lot of different games. That's what makes the Sabres so fun and so frustrating. Is they could be down 10-0 after the first period, and I'd be like, "There's a team that's gonna do it. It's this one." Really hope that doesn't happen. But yeah, I really have no idea what to expect from the Sabres on any given night. I think it's going to be a better performance than last time.
I need them to have kind of the opposite of game 1, where they're the team that deserves to win, but the Bruins steal one for them.
Yeah,
from
I
them.
mean, you need the Sabres to. You need something to. They can't just lose. Like if the Sabres lose 3-2 and it's like just a good game or something like that, I don't think that really. Obviously, that's good for the Bruins. I don't think that accomplishes like the potential. You need to get the Sabres rattled. You need you need for a moment for their inexperience to come back to bite them. Who knows if that'll happen? Because I guess that should have been game one, but. I don't know. I just don't. The Bruins also are not maybe just a good team. I really don't know. So we'll see. I'm excited. I'm nervous. I would. I don't think they will, but I would like the Sabres to just sweep. Now that they're up 1-0, like just don't lose, please.
Can
That's
I?
kinda what I'm hoping for.
Can I hit you with the sports interaction
By
I
all means.
want to do? Okay. I think I'm gonna. Should I do this for the team or? Yeah, I'll just do this, and it'll be brought to you by Sports Interaction Sportsbook and Casino. Every game is your game when you bet with Sports Interaction. Bet the action on every period, every shift, every shot with Canada's homegrown sportsbook. Sports Interaction, Ontario only 18+. Please play responsibly. The first period total is 1.5 goals in this game. Do you like the over at -128? Or do you like the under at even money?
See, if game one hadn't happened, I would say the under because I think you got two really good goalies playing. The fact that the Sabres were so lackadaisical at the beginning of that game, I feel like they're going to come out just trying to fire. So I feel like it should be the over. I feel like you're not going to have another game. I don't know though. The Sabres and Bruins have played this game a lot this year, where it's just close and kind of low scoring. I feel like you got to take the over though. I feel like there's no way that we go another game where because that's the total, or is it the team over?
That is the total.
Yeah, I feel like we're not gonna have another.
It's 5.5.
Sleeper. No, 1.5 for the first period.
Oh, first period. Yeah, let's go over. I think that there's gonna be less nerves and there's gonna be less to work through.
And I don't think the Sabres are going to want to have the building get deflated again. Like, I feel like they're going to be they're already a very aggressive team. I feel like they're going to be even more aggressive trying to get on the board early.
Or you could do Sabres to score in the first period -200. That's obviously not a lot of good juice.
But I think it's
do 1.5. It's more fun.
Yeah, I think the 1.5 is a little more fun. I think the Sabres should score in the first period. So.
And that's -128. So that's what we're doing. Every game is your game when you bet with Sports Interaction. From puck drop to overtime, bet with live odds on every play with easy deposits and payouts. Go to sportsinteraction.com/whatchaos to open an account. Ontario only 18+. Please play responsibly. Apologies to people that we told we were doing over 9.5 yesterday for the Oilers and Ducks. Felt like it was kind of cruising towards that.
Well, it wasn't for a little bit. First period was a little slow, and I was like, "Oh, we're screwed here." And then it got hotter. So there was a point where I thought it might happen, but thankfully I did do my ladder. I went from 6.5, so I won a little bit of money, and I actually accidentally bet the over 6.5 twice. So
I also bet the over 6.5 twice.
I made a little bit of money, and I profit boost one of them. I made a little bit of money, but
that is so funny. Yeah, because I forgot to use my profit boost on the initial bet, and then I bet again because I wanted to use it.
I bet it by itself when we talked about it the day before, and I forgot that I had done that, and then I did my ladder. So good night for me on Sports Interaction, but they did not hit. Yeah, I didn't hit that 9.5, unfortunately.
Will we have a good night tonight in hockey? We look at the slate and ask
games?
this question. How many? I think there's upwards of 10.
Who's earning our business tonight?
Yeah.
I'm going to guess the Bruins and Sabres are going to earn our business.
I'm so bummed that the Canadians
they
and Lightning series is at the same time as Bruins Sabres.
It underscores the importance of the Bruins being in this series, because I did not want this to be Bruins Sabres. I wanted this to be Sabres anyone else, and we could all just have a great Sabres time. The Bruins Sabres thing has obviously been very funny and entertaining for our show, but I did not want a scenario where the Bruins would play at the same time as the Sabres, and either Pete wouldn't come or Pete would come and we'd feel bad that he was there.
I would not be. I mean, I would go to I definitely wouldn't go to both games. I would go to game one and then.
I mean, this is the ideal situation for me.
Same.
We don't have to worry about. I mean, ideal situation would be that that they'd be sharing these days with Ottawa and Carolina instead of Montreal and Tampa Bay. But I'm happy that they're playing the Bruins. I'm happy that they won game one. I'm happy that I get to fuck with Pete.
Here's a question. which series goes longer, the Canadiens and Lightning or the Bruins and Sabres? Because famously, you'll be able to watch. It's not like we're going to all the games anyway, but you'll be able to focus on the other one.
If Montreal
one
Tampa
ends.
doesn't go 7 games, I'm going to be sad. That just seems the most prime. I mean, at least in the East. Like, I guess Dallas, Minnesota is similar, but like that seems so prime to be one of, if not the best series in the first round.
And I mean, like the gap between those two teams is smaller than Bruins Sabres, so I'll say that series goes longer.
I would love for that one to go longer. All right, so Habs at Bolts, 7 p.m. Catch that on ESPN2 and on ESPN at 7:30 Eastern, the United States and Canada. The Boston Bruins visit the Buffalo Sabres. We will be there no matter what.
So fun making this graphic. Never in my life have I written out the words Buff leads 1-0. Literally never have I done that before, and it was so very fun to do that.
You used to dream about times like this.
Look how close
pray
that
for times
logo
like
is.
this? Yeah.
I used to pray for times like this, to grind like this. Look how close the Sabres logo is to the Stanley Cup.
Yeah,
Not touching it, though.
You put it there.
Are the Sabres close to the Stanley Cup?
Not touching it, though. Only one not touching it. That was a complete accident.
I'm sure it was.
It honestly was, but
Utah Mammoth visit the VGK at 9:30 p.m. Eastern. You can catch that on ESPN2. Vegas leads 1-0. Kings at Avs. Colorado leads 1-0. That is the tuck at 10 p.m. Eastern. But again, you don't really have tucks in the postseason because you're staying up forever no matter what. We got to sleep we retired at like 1:30, something like that. I was like,
early night.
Yeah, I was like, early night. Cool. I still had pretzels in my hand. And I was like, fuck, it's 1:30. Asshole.
He literally said, it's 1 a.m. and I have pretzels in my hand.
We're all looking for the guy who did this.
I mean, in fairness, the schedule leads you to believe that the games will end earlier than they actually end.
Yeah.
Because for some godforsaken reason, they continue to list these games at like 7, 7:30, 9, 9:30.
And then like
when we all know that the
puck drop.
9:30 puck drop is going to be at like 10:22.
Yeah.
I don't understand why they keep doing that.
I think it's a little hopeful. I mean, I get that they wanted to get you on the broadcast a little early, see a little bit of the pregame. I think they have a little wishful thinking that games are going to go to plan and on schedule and quickly.
But
I don't get it.
Question, is ESPN even doing pregame for these, or are they just going from once one game ends, they go to the other?
Don't even get me
I don't
fucking
know.
started, man. The amount of forced bits that ESPN has done with PK Subban's pants
I was going to
since
say,
he wore the pants.
Yeah, it's like one forced bit, and it's the same thing over and over again.
It
Which
is
is look at what PK's wearing today.
Like they're doing like scripted segments about like bigger opportunity, PK's pants or this team, and I'm just like, fuck off.
You can't make the joke yourself.
And
exactly,
like they hardly talk, like in like the regular Sports Center, they hardly talk about hockey as it is, and they get to the hockey segment and they spend the last 5 minutes of that segment talking about what PK is wearing.
It's like you can't even enjoy like the whimsical elements of like, even if you did enjoy PK Subban's pants and how big and oversized and comically ridiculous they were, you know that that's going to be your next 4 days after you see that. So you're just like, oh, God damn it.
You'd rather him not wear the pants if it means having to only get ESPN coverage about his pants.
Correct.
Sean, do you feel there is stolen value? I mean, if the ESPN doesn't know who Ukko-Pekka Luukkonen is, so they sure as shit don't know about the big boy pants tie with the Buffalo Sabres.
Oh, true.
They were playing that big boy pants clip at the game the other day.
I got my big boy pants on.
Got my big boy pants on.
Which I honestly never fully realized until game one when they showed the clip that it was another guy's reference.
Oh, yeah.
And other guys.
I need Mike Felger to record a soundbite which is enough of the pants. Get off the pants.
Enough with the save the pants for the podcast. We said we have podcast shoes famously.
Yes.
You're thinking of apartment pants. That's a Rachel Green thing, right?
I don't know.
Apartment pants? It's Phoebe. Someone did something in Friends with apartment pants. The slate is an A because every playoff game, every playoff night is an A, and every day is an A if you believe it. Let's do some super chats, shall we?
Yes, we shall. We have 17 of them.
Holy shit.
Whoa, from Annika. Happy birthday, Sean. Lovely. Mike Noy says, crazy work to critique
TV.
TV height with one too high to fit the frame directly behind you. What's that? What are they talking about?
The TV behind you right now is not fully in the frame. They're suggesting that TV is also a little too high.
We should just raise the chairs.
Yes.
Practice with the Buffalo House tonight, and then we'll come back and we will do that for you. A Magile Gacy says, "Did Pete just say clicker, brother? Yeah, yes.
It's regional.
It's
people,
regional.
yeah.
Regional dialect.
Northeast New England people love to say the most ridiculous shit. You just ignore it and move on.
Clicker instead of remote.
Clicker instead of remote. Bubbler instead of water fountain. Rotary instead of roundabout. All bullshit.
See, I say rotary. I've never said bubbler in my life.
I say bubbler.
All bullshit. Just you got to.
How often do we talk about water fountains? That
I think it's probably more popular
only when we're talking about the word bubbler, basically.
Well, I
Pretty
feel like
much.
probably when you were in school, as a kid, water fountains were.
Gabby says, "Here's to Dickinson and Cheeks Clappinin'. We'll never give Bowman props, but OMG, love these new boys so far. Wish I could stay for the stream, but can't wait to catch up tonight. Playoffs are the best." I'm with you, Gabby.
That's such bad behavior.
I love the Dickinson get, and I'm just an asshole, and I'm like, yeah, you get no credit for it.
He gets credit for it. I don't think that he is necessarily a great GM, but he made those deals, and they made him a better team.
Yeah,
Good
work.
Tidy
bit of work,
though.
Tidy bit, yeah. Freshie McCoy says, "Oops, no goals. Oops, all overtime." Yeah, that's kind of how it went. Pete, take it. Leo Latte
says Seth Jarvis looks identical to Ludwig Ogren. I don't know who that is, but
Instant number crunch.
Yep.
Is that Ludwig the streamer?
Yes.
I don't know who that is either.
I can see it. Same like facial structure. He doesn't look exactly
kind of like
him.
same head shape. Yeah. Okay. Not the worst.
We've got one from Andrea. Shout out to you guys for giving me my hockey fix as a Danish fan struggling with bad time zones. No hockey bars, no culture, no nothing.
Man.
From CPH.
Nick
Andrea,
Ehlers.
that is a very sad super chat, but I'm glad that we can be here for you and help you get your fix.
Nick Ehlers needs to open a hockey bar.
Yeah, get on it.
Crispiana says, Owen Tippett chat. Hell yes. That's right. Owen Tippett, the man. Renee says, worse things could happen. Sean could be mistaken for Kevin Weeks.
Always possible.
Don't know what the context of that is. Oh, it's probably the Sabres Live chat. Reckless Zephyr says, I love the moderate kerfuffle podcast with Kevin Hayes and Hank Lockwood. Okay. Beck says, for the street meat fund, could be sweet meat too.
Yeah.
Catwallzilla, Pete's bodyguard fund. Thank you very much. I hope I don't need it. Stacy Faye writes, thank you for your extra work, DJ.
Just trying to protect the people.
That's got to be editing and post. Non Gears says, thanks for DJ for the edit on the Rathu clip.
Just trying to keep everybody safe.
Belgrade Cowgirl, phone will definitely be on my music stand during tonight's 2-hour rehearsal. I'm watching the Sabres. Not the conductor.
Oh, the conductor's going to be pissed.
Conductor's got one job, and he's about to fail. Or she's about to fail.
Conductors want your attention. That's going to be a pissed off conductor.
What was the conductor movie? Tar? Tar was incredible.
Yeah.
Whiplash.
Oh, yeah.
Stephanie Mills says, have a round on me tonight and hope y'all have a great time. Thank you very much.
Damn, Stephanie, thank you so much. Sean's going to buy a second flag.
That's somebody who knows the price of arena beers.
Yeah.
Thank you, Stephanie.
Finish the super chats, then I've got a thought on that.
Mimi K, happy birthday, Sean. Here's to being able to write out buff leads / wins for many weeks to come. I don't endorse.
Happy, Sean.
Disavow.
Happy for you, Sean. I'm just not planning on... I mean, I don't need to get beers anyway, but the situation at KeyBank Center, we've been warned about.
Worst arena in hockey.
You're not going to be able to go to the bathroom. You're not going to be able to get stuff.
No, you can do those. You got to choose one or the other, though.
Yeah.
You're not going to be able to do both in an intermission.
I think like popcorn, soda one time before the game that's like when if I'm going to get anything, I'm going to load up then and just not plan on going anywhere the rest of the game because that traffic is no joke.
Yeah, I think that the problem with KeyBank is not the facility itself in terms of like it's a fine. I think that like when you're in the bowl, you're like, oh, this is pretty nice.
Yeah.
Great scoreboard.
Concourse.
Hate that a player had to die for it. But the concourse is just not wide enough, and the layout of these specific attractions, it's just way too congested, and it's a mess.
Speaking of a player having to
just piss yourself
to be replaced for a scoreboard, did you get the picture? Someone
I did,
sent
yes.
A picture of,
I believe, a whatnot named Jonathan sent me a picture in the DMs last night. Sent me a picture from the Hurricanes game of a modified jersey. Sean, do we have it?
No, I don't know what you're talking about.
I sent it to you in the group chat, I believe. Yes. Yeah. So Jonathan sent me a message and was like, "Hey, I've got perhaps a jersey foul or whatever he may have called it. Need a behavior grade on this. Jeff Skinner erasure." A fan at the Hurricanes game last night was wearing a Jeff Skinner jersey and put duct tape or electrical tape through it.
That looks like painter's tape.
Yeah.
Painter's tape, and wrote Blake on it because Jackson Blake now wears number 53. Where do we stand on this behavior?
That is terrible, dreadful, awful, disgusting behavior. I think that typically doing the tape over the name is a cute thing, but it's only to be done in certain situations. You do it with either a player who has infuriated your fan base, left under some horrible terms. I've seen it done around Buffalo a lot with number 9 and 15 jerseys where they say we do not claim Jack Eichel anymore, so we're going to put something else over it. In Boston, I've seen people take like a Kyrie jersey, change it to Peyton Pritchard or whatever because they both wore the same number. I think you can do it with a player that hates you and you hate them back, or a player that you thought was going to be good, got their jersey, it didn't end up working out, and now it's sort of like it's funny that you had that jersey and now you're trying to salvage it. Think like a first round pick or something of your team who just didn't work out. Not a top 10 pick, but just like the 20th overall pick. You thought he'd be good. He doesn't end up being good. And then later there's a player with that number and you're like, sure, I'll do it. You do not do it with someone who meant something good to your franchise. And that is how Hurricanes fans should remember Jeff Skinner. I demand that be how he is remembered by Hurricanes fans.
Yeah, Jeff Skinner didn't deserve that, man. To go the Elliot Friedman route, like, you don't talk shit about your ex if they didn't do anything bad to you. If you just ended on like pretty amicable terms and you had a good relationship, be nice to that person. This is really bad behavior for our guy, Jeff. Buy a Jackson Blake jersey if you want a Jackson Blake jersey so bad.
The only thing I'll say is I just hope that if it comes from a place of being like, I want to rep Jackson Blake because he's now my favorite player, I don't have
buy
a
a
problem
jersey.
with that.
Not everyone can.
Jerseys are expensive. If that
so is painter's tape.
I don't know that it is.
He didn't know what painter's tape was before, and now is decided.
Like I don't know about it.
It looked expensive.
Yeah.
It's painter's tape. What could it cost? $100?
I want to allow space in my heart to believe that man did not. It was no disrespect to Jeff Skinner, and that it was just I need to rep.
Respectfully, when you cross out a name and you write another name over it, that's disrespect whether you meant it or not.
I agree. I just want to give that man the benefit of the doubt and say that he doesn't have any ill will towards Jeff Skinner, because how the fuck can you unless you're like Brad Marshall?
Well, now the question is that guy going to take the tape off later and be like, turn it back into a Jeff Skinner jersey? I don't like that behavior at all.
Well, I feel like he's probably gonna have to re-up that tape at certain points. So we probably will take that particular tape off. But I don't know.
I mean, if you're going to Chad's saying he doesn't have money to buy another jersey, he had money to buy fucking playoff tickets.
That is a good point.
In Carolina, they don't stay for games there, so they're cheap.
Yeah.
maybe he bought him. Maybe he bought second half tickets. They split the tickets in half.
Yeah.
And you say you get to go for the first half of the game.
Session
I'm
one,
not
session
staying
two.
the whole game. Yeah,
or
right.
Maybe he didn't pay for tickets at all. He second acted the play.
He was a seat filler.
How do you feel about the fact that he didn't he made it very clear that Skinner was still under there? Like, he could have done two rows of tape and completely covered that name.
Painter's tape is expensive.
Apparently.
Didn't have enough. I mean, the painter's tape is just a bad choice for this exercise anyway.
So
Well, that's
bad.
kind of why
You got to
I
go
wanna-
masking.
Like, maybe this guy is just a troll. Like, there's, because like, yeah, there was not any real effort put into that. He didn't do a second row of tape to like really cover the name. He chose blue and then used a black Sharpie. Like, if he was disrespecting Jeff Skinner, or if he was really just trying to represent Blake, was not really committed to that particular bit.
What if I do the reverse of that tonight? Because I saw a lot of people.
You go Pominville? On
Yeah,
your
I
balance
saw a lot of
jersey?
people wearing Pominville jerseys, and I wanted to go up to them and be like, take that shit off. There's a new 29 in town talking about Malin Goat. What if I do so I can fit in with everybody? I'm trying to fit in with everybody. So I take my brand new crisp Beck Malenstein jersey that our friends at Fanatics sent to the Buffalo House, and I retrofit it to be a Jason Pominville. And Pete, if you can loan me some money and I can buy some painter's tape, the blue is kind of close.
Chat's just like asking me to name the prices of things because they don't think I know what anything costs.
We got time. I put my computer
Classic
away.
presidential debate thing.
Yeah,
What's the
that's
price
right.
of milk?
Yeah,
let's do.
Wait, Charlotte in the chat has a great idea, and I love this one. Just slide the painter's tape down below the Skinner nameplate and say
Do like
and Blake.
The Browns quarterback
Yeah.
jersey. Just have all the names.
But those
on
ones
there.
are crossed
They are
out.
crossed out, but you can
Just
see all the names. Yeah.
Just get a 53 jersey, Jeff Skinner and Jackson Blake. The 29 jersey, Pominville and Malenstein.
Sean,
Two for the price of one.
Could you look up? Yeah, now we're saving America. Could you look up painter's tape on Home Depot? Do we want to go like 3M or just?
Yeah, you gotta go.
Okay, 3M. So like a brand name, and
Or we're gonna go Scotch.
oh
Okay.
yeah, Scotch is fair. Okay, are you cool guessing the price?
Yeah, are there like different levels?
So,
or is
yeah,
it just like
there's
a
like-
stock?
I mean, there's probably some different brands. I'm trying to.
No, I'm not brands. Like, is there like an extra large roll?
It's just we're doing a single roll multi-surface painter's tape. It's Scotch blue, 0.94 inches by 60 yards, original multi-surface painter's tape. So it's a very standard, just single roll of painter's tape. Not too wide, not particularly thin, just like a very standard. It is by 3M, by Scotch blue by 3M.
Scotch blue. Shout out Johnny Walker.
Sure. Yeah.
Let's go like $3.50.
Okay.
$3.50.
Are you guessing too? Or are we prices writing?
Oh
here?
yeah, like am I not allowed to go over?
Yeah, the 50 is kind of crazy to me that you.
$3.49.
Okay.
I'll participate as well if I need to. I'd
Yeah, I thought we were doing like a prices right thing.
Okay. I'll go $3.99.
Oh, you should have just done $3.50. It is $5.98.
Painter's tape is expensive.
Painter's tape is expensive.
Was
So
I
then
right?
buy the jersey.
So was I right?
Yeah, Pete was right. Buy the jersey. Can we find this man? If you're a whatnut, sir, I don't know if a whatnut's behaving like that.
$5 for painter's tape?
If you want like the real thick one, like the 2.83 inch wide, you're looking at $12.98.
Well, that explains why he was doing the thin stuff.
Yeah,
Could
painter's
you-
tape is way more expensive than it should be.
Could you look up a Jackson Blake jersey?
I mean, with the Fanatic sales, that thing could be anything.
If it's 40% off, then it's probably coming in around. I mean, and if you're doing the paint thing, you got to be willing to go breakaway.
Yeah, right. I mean, well, that was a poor quality jersey to begin with.
So
it's like a screen printed Jeff Skinner jersey that was clearly not.
Yeah.
Thanks a lot for that.
Not screen seen.
Jackson Blake, Carolina Hurricanes Fanatics home breakaway jersey. It's currently $174.99, but they do have like a firm Klarna options. So if you break it up over like a year, you're looking at about the same price as a roll of painter's tape.
That's just a brand new Jackson Blake
For 12 small payments.
breakaway for
$5.98
for 12 rolls for the simple cost of one
like
roll of painter's tape per
you're-
month. That jersey could be out the door and in your hands.
It's like you're feeding a child in Africa or like supporting
Yes.
a SPCA animal. Like for the price of one cup of coffee a day, which is a decent amount of money in 2026. That's like
for real
$4 a day.
It might be cheaper to get painter's tape every day than a cup of coffee every day.
It's about the same price.
It might be. I think it's bad behavior, like credit-wise, but I like the idea of doing the Klarna installment sort of thing for buying a jersey, even if you've got the money to pay up front, because I like the monthly reminder that you got that shit. Yeah. And I think it might rewire your brain when it comes to making jersey decisions. Like,
I feel like it should be good for your credit if you're making the payments on time.
Exactly. If you're doing it. So this is how you're going to build your credit, folks.
Yes.
Okay?
By Klarna.
If you want the Stu Piss jersey, get the Stu Piss jersey. He's going to sign with a different team as you're making your third payment on it. But
how does that work with jersey assurance?
I guess with jersey assurance, you'll just keep making payments.
What if the new jersey costs more?
That's not how jersey assurance works.
That's true. Yeah, it's just
you
a replacement.
Get to replace it. I know generally, like if you return something on Klarna that you haven't finished paying off, they'll just refund the portion of the payments that you've made already. So
I might Klarna a Stu jersey because I think that the monthly hit can be a good thing or a bad thing.
You got jersey with term.
Yeah.
Lock it.
Nice
hey,
little reminder.
I would like to announce this. All right, the next jerseys we get, the next jerseys that we get, we're gonna do Klarna.
Okay.
This might be
this episode brought to you by Klarna.
Yeah, I don't know if we're doing.
I don't know one of those Klarna, Affirm.
Yeah,
Pay in Full,
one of them,
something like that.
But we announce like, hey, I'm happy to share with everybody that for the next 8 months, I have signed the Stu Piss jersey to a 4-year deal.
For
4 years doing it. Yeah, no, just and if if we're doing a show the day of the payment, you could say like some personal news. Isn't anybody gonna wish me a happy?
Oh, it's like what's his name? The Mets guy. You have
Bobby Bonilla.
Bobby Bonilla Day. You have Stu Skinner Piss Jersey Day once every month.
I want to clarify. You can do this with not just Stu Skinner Piss jerseys. You can do this with any player you want, and I would encourage that guy to do it with a Jackson Blake jersey.
That's right.
Or painter's tape.
I am genuinely curious why, like, what that guy's mindset is. We did get 2 more super chats, by the way. Somebody said, Pete, what is the price of milk? Quickly, I do have the price of a gallon of great value store brand milk from Walmart currently.
This is what the show should be.
Give me like Hood.
Hood. We don't have Hood here.
Oh, really?
Hood. Yeah. Hood's
okay.
in Boston.
All right.
right.
A gallon?
A gallon of milk. Gallon of whole milk. Vitamin D, great value whole vitamin D milk gallon, gallon.
Let's
4.7 star rating on average. On
let's
Walmart
say $4.79.
Holy shit, that's exactly what I was going to say.
What?
$4.79.
Really?
Yes.
Wow. I mean, you guys would not be president. It's $2.94.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Damn.
It's not eggs. Eggs were expensive that one time, remember? That's when.
Sorry,
decided the whole election.
I respect cows.
I just like that Pete and I are synced up.
I want cows to be paid a fair
I want cows
wage.
to be properly compensated. Pay cows a living wage.
To be fair, though, at least you guys thought it was more expensive. You're a little more in touch with the average person, the financial struggles that the average American goes through, and you know that things are expensive, and so you're projecting that on your assumption of the price. If you had been like $1, that'd be the most upper middle class thing. I don't check the price when I have people buy my milk for me.
I famously don't drink milk though, as I have a condition.
Yeah, weak bones.
I have a condition of I don't like milk.
Yeah. You have a condition of you don't like milk?
Yeah.
I almost got a milkshake.
Condition is that you are soft.
Yeah,
and brittle.
Because I don't have milk, my bones are falling apart. I almost got a milkshake yesterday, but
I did get a milkshake.
Oh,
we went to Ted's, by the way, for the Buffalo Fold.
Yes,
yeah,
it was great.
Shit banged.
It was great.
Ted's on 420 was
Shit
pretty delightful. Leo with the super chat says, great coverage of the overtime for the Canes, but I'm telling you, people are up higher in the arena drinking beer. It isn't that they all left. So they migrated from the lower bowl and went to the balcony.
Can you not
to
drink beer down low?
That's
well,
crazy.
You know, I mean, it's a little like Premier League action. You can't bring beer to your seats at soccer games.
Only the upper level.
It's like during halftime, you just gotta fucking pound those. So it was intermission between first and second overtime, and they were just in the concourse pounding beers.
Leo's back for more. Says the tape on a jersey is low class. Signs the Canes. Sign the Canes. P.S. We're sorry that our refillable soda costs $15.
A refillable soda for $15 at a ballpark is reasonable.
Yeah,
or not reasonable. standard.
It's going to be $9 to get a straight up soda.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, it's and like if you're paying for the refillable one, get your money's worth.
Yeah, especially I know at Fenway, you go to one game, you get that souvenir thing. Bring that in all day.
Yeah.
Or all season.
I would like to express my displeasure with the Buffalo Sabres not having any souvenir cups because I would have gotten one, and they do not.
No.
But they do have trays for carrying your shit that looks like a sheet of ice.
True.
And maybe I'll get that.
Famously, they did have a quite popular souvenir cup, and that shit sold out.
That's right.
Somebody said Ted's is expensive. I did not.
I mean, I paid like $18 for a chili cheese dog, a regular hot dog, a cheeseburger, and a milkshake.
I think I paid like $11 for 2 hot dogs.
Yeah, the
and
hot dogs are like
I
think we're for $4.95.
Yeah, I think that's fine. I mean, it's
I
more
would like
expensive
to
for
live in a
dog.
world where a hot dog costs like $2.
Yeah,
but that's not the world we live in.
Not everybody's Costco. That's what makes Costco so special.
That's not the world we live in.
All right, we did not mention that our vlog from Game 1 is up on YouTube, and it's a blast. A lot of footage of Pete and Sean living their best or worst lives depending on the moment in the game. But we also have so much stuff of DJ Milk, of the crowd, of Sean buying the flag. A lot of great stuff there, so check it out. It's a lot of fun.
Can I say I will redeem you guys a little bit in the milk conversation. I am looking Upstate Farms, which is our local name brand. Gallon of that milk is $5.12. So you were kind of on it.
That's a massive discrepancy.
Yeah, I just don't understand. There's certain things where it's just like, why would you ever pay for the big brand when it's fucking milk? Yeah. Can't imagine it's that different.
Do we think more Bruins fans in the building tonight?
Easier to get into.
Exactly.
So maybe, but I don't.
Easier to get into, but that's easier for Sabres to get into.
Yeah, I don't know that it'll be a noticeable
I'm not
difference.
expecting any reinforcements tonight.
Someone asked how much is DJ Milk. Yeah, it is funny that DJ's name is DJ Milk.
True. Yeah.
A lot of milk chat. Okay, make sure you're following us everywhere. As I said, the YouTube is absolutely bussing right now. We're going to be doing more stuff, hanging out at the Buffalo House, bringing you daily episodes, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera.
Jesus Christ.
And what?
TJ Milk, I thought, was only available on OnlyFans. All right,
that's
time
to
wrap up the show.
Party in the plaza.
Cool.
Time to wrap up the show.
Thursday.
Is he going to be back tonight?
Thursday, DJ Milk?
Or do they do different DJs?
I hope. I'm going to try to catch the set. If so, it's a different energy.
Right next to the street meat stand, too. So you could.
Do you think DJ Milk takes requests? Because if so, I will request we're not going to take it to see if he does his speech again, because I loved that guy not taking it.
I don't want you to even attempt to influence what DJ Milk has planned. Like, I want DJ Milk to do his DJ Milk thing. I'm sure you will not be disappointed.
Caleb, I have seen you spam wear the geeky jersey 9,000 times during today's show. As stated earlier in the show, I will be wearing the geeky jersey. You can stop now. Thank you.
I'm going to request December 1963, Oh What a Night, just because that shit is a vibe, and we can have a great time with DJ Milk. Thursday, watch party for Game 3 at Rec Room in Buffalo. We're going to be hanging out. Dishon's going to be hanging out. It's going to be an absolute blast. I believe some of your favorite fellow whatnuts are going to be there, so it's going to be worth attending. I tell you that.
Space is very cool. The atmosphere is going to be very cool. There's going to be a lot of cool people there.
I'm
not even talking about ourselves. Your mom's coming?
I think I'm going to have family coming.
Yeah. We got the Dishon guys there, Sean's mom.
And my aunt.
Maybe some famous friends of the show.
Shayla.
It's going to be incredible. So,
Tyrese's daughter.
Yes.
Shayla is going to be there.
And Tyrese, because he has custody, famously.
Oh, we should extend Tyrese an invitation.
Sure. Yeah, why not? That is the most nothing to lose move ever. What's he gonna do? Not show up?
Exactly. All right, we'll talk to you tomorrow. Bye. If you enjoyed this video, please subscribe to What Chaos here on YouTube. You will get everything: daily episodes, player interviews, and so much more. It's all here on the What Chaos YouTube. Hit subscribe.